Get going.
Okay, so I would like to introduce Veronica, wonderful colleague and voice movement therapist, and she's going to be beginning her workshop now.
Right, thank you. Hello, everyone. So my workshop is called Let's Make Something Beautiful. And I think, first of all, I'd invite you... Oh, somebody coming.
Veronica, just focus on your workshop. I'll let people in. Don't worry about that.
Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, so my workshop is called Let's Make Something Beautiful. And I'll tell you about my intention in a moment. First of all, I would love you to just close your eyes, open your ears, and listen to some of the sounds of my voice. Just listening. Hey, you're home. Okay. So my intention in not to wreck my voice immediately. My intention in offering those sounds is just for you to connect with them and just to notice any that you felt you didn't like very much or felt, oh, or any that you preferred, any that you really liked maybe. And just to know that there's a whole range of voicing and more than I did that we're all capable of. We all have as our birthright. We all have as part of ourselves. And just to notice how that statement sits with you in this moment. Okay, so my intention in calling this Let's Make Something Beautiful is not really to go with the aesthetic voice, you know, the voice of the great singer, the voice that's beautiful, that soothes everything, that we just go ecstatically into. But that is part of it too. But to bring an awareness, offer you an awareness and an experience of your own voice and its capabilities and its potential, especially maybe those bits of your voice that you aren't allowed or you feel you can't express, that you can't, that you can't bring to life very easily. And in the words of somebody who was a kind of precursor to voice movement therapy, a lady called Marita Gunter, who lived sort of in the first half of the 20th century to the middle of the 20th century, and who worked with one of the precursors of voice movement therapy, whose name was Alfred Wolfson. Marita Gunter talked very much about the beauty of the dared expression. And I'm homing in on beauty and daring. And some of the thoughts I had are, especially having listened to Lee's workshop and to Lorena's workshop earlier today, thinking about what a responsibility we have to develop and use our voices, and also how much this world and this whole situation these days needs beauty, needs us, needs something of beauty and the truth, the complete truth, if you like, of beauty. So this workshop invites you to open up to the beauty of your whole embodied voice. And we're going to start with the components that people have always started with, really, which is breath and humming. So to start with, I would invite you to just become aware of your body on the chair or standing, whichever you prefer to do. And I'm going to stay sitting for now. So feeling the back of the chair, feeling the seat of the chair, feeling the ground or the floor underneath your feet, and just becoming aware of that connection. And then moving on to your breath, just noticing without doing anything, just noticing your breath as it is now. And then beginning to get the sense that your breath is coming through the ground, from the space in between your feet, if your feet are not together, that's fine, through the soles of your feet as well. And it's moving through your body, through your legs, through your pelvis, through your torso, up into your body in a kind of spiral way. And as you breathe it up in a spiral fashion, each time you take an in-breath, the spiral has the potential to become slightly wider. So I'm going to let that flow for a moment or two. Breathing in through your mouth or nose, whichever feels comfortable to you. Breathing out, letting the spiral subside down into the earth again. And as you breathe in, the spiral expanding slightly without any effort, just allowing and letting yourself relax into the breath. And getting a sense that your spiral is expanding and stays expanded even when you breathe out. And it's all about energy rather than effort. And then coming up to slightly higher up in your body, I'd invite you just to place your hands on your cheeks. Still breathing, but taking the focus to your cheeks and your jaw, maybe just putting your thumbs underneath your jaw. And as you feel the breath moving in and out with no particular effort or attention, just gently, let your cheeks and your jaw, the muscles and the jawbone just relax, a little bit saggy. And you can hear my voice going, you don't need to do that, but just get the sense of how it would be if you let your voice sag. Take your hands down your neck and extend the kind of sloppy floppiness down to your neck. And allow your lips to pout downwards a little bit. So your lower lip flops. And then you can let your hands go. And as you breathe now, allow your voice sound to come in a hum. Let it be gentle and soft and just sloppy. Okay, so we're going to do some humming for a moment or two. And you can begin to let the pitch wander around, so it goes up high and low, but don't force it. And one more time. And for those of you who are not used to this, or even those who are, it's very useful to plug your ears with your fingers and do one more hum through your whole body and to hear the resonance inside you. So let's do that just once. And people who haven't had that experience before, or who only remember it as a child, you know, and you were whizzing around the playground going, excuse me, more water. Huh. Who remember it from childhood, it's an amazing experience to hear that sound within you. Last hum. Just allow your hum to go round with your body again, without your ears joining in, and to get a sense, see if you can touch with your hand any places in your body where you feel on your skin or in your bones a sense of vibration with your hum. Just try it out and see if you can notice that contact. Off you go. So the touch of sound within your body is incredibly important. And now we're going to move on a little bit, and I'd ask you to dare to let your hum open your voice, open your mouth rather. So we're going to start with a hum, short or longer, whichever you prefer, and then dare to let the sound just come out of your body, and choose several different pitches so that you can begin to experience how that sounds when it comes out of you. So we'll do this about 4 times. Yeah. last time. So I hope you experience different qualities of outcoming sound, which may surprise you, um, and felt yourself maybe a little bit bolder each time, a little bit more able to open out each time. So now I'm moving on to some of the ideas from voice movement therapy, which help us to connect with different voices inside and bring about a flexibility of voice within the body. So two things: flexibility of voice we're looking for, or I'm offering, and different qualities and daring to move or sound in different qualities. And in voice movement therapy, there is the idea, which I find extremely helpful, of replicating instruments. Now, for a long time, I wondered about that, but I've realized in the last few years that this is a marvelous, it's always been a lovely quality, but even more, there's something about allowing yourself to be an instrument. And we're going to start with clarinet in a moment. So allowing yourself to become an instrument kind of takes the emphasis off you. So here's the instruments which you step into, and it also invites a lot of use of breath. So it's depending very much on your breath, and allowing your breath to come into your body and out of your body, because it's an instrument. If it's a flower or something, that's lovely, but flowers don't ostensibly need breath. So this goes two ways in a way. So I'd invite you to put your hands on your chest. And if you want to, you can move your hands and just stroke your cheeks again, so that you get the sense of an open jaw and an open throat. And the first sound that voice movement therapy offers is a clarinet sound. If you think of a nice, strong or resonant, woody sounding clarinet, and the vowel sound that is really good to use with it is an R, but if you prefer another vowel sound, that's fine. So we're going to sound in clarinet on different notes, taking a breath in between each note to start with. So I'll demonstrate, and you just come in when you're ready. Ah, 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 ah. And when you stop sounding, just allow yourself to kind of rehear those sounds, to feel the resonance that's been in your body, and to recognize how beautiful that sound is. Even if you're maybe thinking, oh, not sure about that sound, see if you can allow yourself to get into the beauty and the quality of it. We're going to stay with clarinet for another moment or two, and we're going to move between the pitches like this. Ah, ah, in your whatever way that you want to do. So let's spend about half a minute just working with clarinet and breathing whenever you need. Take a breath or two to let that filter into your body. And now we're going to move up, half a second. Give you. So now moving up into a different instrument. Again, if you like, put your hands on your cheeks, and this time you don't need to draw your cheeks down, but see if you can allow your mouth to become quite tight, not uncomfortably so, please, but just making a round shape with your mouth. And here, the sound is going to be like a slightly more high-pitched flute than the clarinet, and it's going to be an ooh sound. So it's going to be much more focused around here. Okay, so let's try that for a half a minute. I'll demonstrate first. Ooh, ooh. Off you go when you're ready. Ooh, ooh. And now moving the pitch around so a little bit so that you have more fun with it maybe. Ooh, ooh. And you may notice the resonance vibration go up into your nose a bit as well. Just a couple more times. Ooh, ooh. In a few moments, when we've done one more, we're going to listen a little bit or feel the different qualities of sound in the body so that they become highlighted for us. But right now, we're going to leave flute and move down into the belly. So, hands on belly. Let the shoulders go. Ooh. If you want to, you can give your belly a bit of a massage. If you want to stand, that's also good, but it's possible on the chair. And this time we come into a sense of yawning. So rather than putting your hands on your cheeks, and just see if you can find that yawny sense, lifting the soft palate a little bit at the top of your mouth, letting the jaw relax down. And if you want to shut your eyes, because sometimes people feel quite exposed doing this, so I would invite you, if you want to, yeah, I think we could all shut our eyes a little bit, unless you want to see me. That's okay. And just letting the jaw drop, allowing a breath, and the sound becomes and it doesn't have to be as loud as that. See if you can allow yourself to get near a sound like that. And now moving the pitch around a little bit. Oh, I forgot to tell you what instrument that is. I'm sorry. It's a saxophone, so a nice baritone saxophone. I beg your pardon. just resting, coming to a place of breathing and settling down, because if this is entirely new to you, it might be very strange. If you feel physical or vocal tract discomfort, just let that subside. It will recover. Now we're going to spend, because time is going very fast, good gracious. Now we're going to spend a couple of minutes exploring all those different qualities in our own time, just having fun with it. Something like this. If I start with clarinet, and you can start anywhere you like. And the second thing about this is, if there's one of those sounds that you're not very pleased with, that you don't really like, that you feel is a bit alien to you, allow yourself to go there a tiny bit more and see if you can unpack the beauty that is in. For a lot of people find difficulty. Well, I shouldn't tell you, should I? But a lot of people do find that, women especially, that a lower sound like that is, and it's a sound of great power, great sometimes anger, as all sounds can be, and brings a lot of flexibility. So if you find one of the sounds is a little bit alien, spend a little bit more time there maybe, so that you can begin to give it some space to get familiar with it. Okay, so let's do the 2 or so minutes of moving around the different sounds. Ooh, ooh, so let your voice, I did it very fast, but let your voice have fun, let yourself enjoy, let yourself know this is so much you, and it's very beautiful, whatever it is, whatever the feeling or sound is that is being offered, that you're offering yourself. So I'm going to time it a couple of minutes, and also I'll stop in a minute. Also, listen for a moment to the sounds of everybody else, the sounds of humanity that are strange and very beautiful. Okay, let's go. My goodness, a whole orchestra in you. And we're going to, yes, I need, if we had time, I would spend a lot longer with those 3 different instrumental qualities and have some back and forth and make some music and explore some more expressive sounds. Maybe reflect for just one moment, and we are going to run short of time, but just for one moment, explore for you, or just go into yourself and hear the sounds you made, and notice if any of those sounds were particularly not so much grating, but rubbed against you, or began to touch a feeling in you. Just notice that. And you may actually for 1 minute want to mute yourself so that you can hear yourself make that sound again. So for 1 minute, just let yourself have the opportunity to connect with your feeling self and the feeling behind the sound. And I'm going to ask you in a moment if you have a word for any feeling that came up for you or that was touched into you a little bit for you. Just 1 or 2 words. Anyone?
Real.
Can you say that again, Lorena?
Real, like just not unreal, real.
Real. Real.
Reality.
Powerful word. Mm. Mm.
And for me, release.
Beautiful. Release. Thank you. I'll remember both those words in a moment, I hope.
Acceptance.
Acceptance. Yeah, acceptance. Great. Thank you.
For me, it was a bit more, sadness and helplessness.
Is that Maria? Maria, is
Yes,
that you?
Maria, yeah.
Maria. Sorry, I'm sorry. I can't
It's okay.
see. I can't see your name or anything. So I was
Oh, it
taken,
says, okay.
taken by surprise just then. Oh, maybe if I move the gallery along, I would. Yes. Oh, there you are. There's a lot more people here than I thought. Sorry. Okay. That won't do any good for the recording, will it? Never mind. Yes. Can you say that again, Maria? Sorry.
Yes, so for me, what came up was sadness and helplessness.
Yeah. Anyone else? Thank you. So just homing in on those words that people have shared, I am offering this now, or always have been through this session, the voice as a lifeline into your inner being, into yourself. And whatever words people have touched into just now are very much part of that. And your voice is offering you an expansion and an exploration of those qualities, whether they seem to be positive or negative. And I don't do duality, but that's just a phrase that I'm using. Release. That was the part of the voicing workshop just now, that a releasing that I was also hoping to generate in those 3 qualities, those 3 instrumental qualities, a sense of releasing something that's been tying you up or that's been a bit hidden. So we started with relaxing, we moved into releasing, and in a moment we're going to move into rebuilding or regeneration, as it were. And these, I've just come across these qualities as 3 R's: relax, release, regenerate. And they are not mine. They come from a chap called Wayne Perry, who is a sound healer in the States, whom I've just come across. And I think they are really useful, actually. So we're going to move in a moment into the balancing and regenerative moment of the session. Before I do that, is there anything anybody wants to say briefly so far?
Feeling lovely.
Great.
Feels like a massage inside.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. And one more thing I'd like to say is also, especially following on from your workshop, Lee, that is actually, you know, healing and and training what's going on and bringing goodness and balance to the world and the current situation in the world starts from us. And the beauty of evolution, if you like, starts from our own evolution. And so that's why I've homed in a lot into ourselves, into our inner being. Okay, so to end with, for the last few minutes, I'd like to offer you a mantra, and it's a mantra about ourselves, really. The words will change as we go through it, and I'm not going to put them in the chat because I think, well, I'm not very able with chat, but also I don't think we need it. I'm going to use the Shruti box, and if it's too loud, please tell me. I'll tell you the words to start with. The words to start with are, I breathe the beauty of my being. So that's the start. And then I hope you'll hear me change it as we go along. Now, just let me go back the other side of the gallery so I can see you. So what do you think, ladies? Do you think this is okay or not okay? Okay. And I'll keep it, I won't make it any louder. Okay, so here's the mantra. I breathe the beauty of my being. 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 I've made it slow so that you can really get into your body. And of course, as we go along, you can add harmonies. So the next one is I sound the beauty of my being. 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 I sing. I sing the beauty of my being. 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 I breathe the freedom of my being. I breathe the freedom of my being. I breathe the freedom of my being. I sound the freedom of my being. I sound the freedom of my being. I sing
sing
freedom of my being. Any words you like. I sing the freedom of my being. I sing the freedom of my being. I sing the freedom of my being. And now I breathe the beauty of all beings, all beings. I breathe the beauty of beings. I sing the beauty of all beings. I sound the beauty of all beings. Freedom of all beings. Freedom. I breathe the freedom of all beings. I sound the freedom of all beings. I sing the freedom of all beings. I sing the freedom of all beings. I sing the freedom of all beings. I sound the beauty of my being. I sing the freedom of all beings. I sing freedom. I sing the freedom. I sing the beauty. I sing the freedom of all beings. I sing the freedom of all beings. I sing your beauty. I sing of freedom. Maybe you should add in love. I sing love. I sing, I sound, I breathe. I sing, love. I breathe. I sing, I sound, I breathe. So let's just send all that energy quietly now out to all situations and beings and everything that needs good evolutionary energy, healing energy. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
And
Thank you so much. That felt amazing.
good, good. I've noticed there are a few things on the record, well, more on the recording now, that probably could do with not being there. Never mind.
It's lovely.
So thank you, everyone.